Thank you for tuning in to Conversations with Chan. In this video, I would like to share my favorite poems from the Deaf Poetry Jam healing event that was held on May 23rd. So keep watching, and I'm going to share my favorite poems from this amazing event. I was so honored to be a watch party ambassador for this event, both of my companies, Conversation with Chan and also SCM Productions. So keep watching and let me know in the comments if you love the poems that I love too. Thank you.
When they bounce cops up the block like this hipster protection program on Turn Back Left Rack into Harlem. Turn back Harlem into Chicago. Turn Chicago into Bed-Stuy, turn Bed-Stuy back into the Bronx, back into Gaza, back. You will taste this strange and bitter American history, where the mom and pop work more hours than the governor, where the pesticides overflow our sewer systems, float our neighborhoods until food deserts, one way in, one way out. Tell me this gentrification be for my own good. Tell me this housing project keep us warfare ready. Tell me Biggie died for our sins, and I'll show you a Brooklyn stoop with the baby's name etched in chalk, a hashtag ghost gone already, a price tag on his sister's face. She's been missing since Sunday, where chopper lights paint concrete a trail of breadcrumbs. The haunting finds its way back to our homes. One. The Electoral College is a lullaby designed to put us back to sleep. One. The ocean is weeping, a righteous rage. She got questions for the living. And what about the sweetheart who would grow to love Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, Corinne Gaines, Akai Gurley? What about their mamas singing the name before each breakfast? Or the church praying for the redemption, Bibles raised in the air? What about they almost children? How about they daddy smile? What about they name make them so easy to turn to ash? How we ghosting black boys for the toys we gift them? One. Yo, America, what you know about Noose Ready? What you know about chalk lines and double barrels? What you know about a murder weapon or a loose cigarette or a baby sleeping on a couch? What you know about the flag? The truck that followed me down a lonely road in Georgia, the names that I wrote off my tongue in prayer. Saint Sojourner, Saint Harriet, Saint Rakia, Saint Sandra, bring me home. Ain't we beautiful? Those that survived the purging. Those that spill body display glorious from a hateful, hateful song. This swing, sweet, sweet, low spiritual ain't never been inclusive. What you know about Larnix and Baton? How you sing him crow in the key of Emmett Till? What fever fussed you awake? Who else got cop anxiety? Call it what it is. Call it post-traumatic slave syndrome. Call it land tax turn homelessness. Call it abortion turn sterilization. Ain't no lie. Like the one against our stillborn children. Ain't no lie. Like the many that shaped our babies into mute cattle. Prison industrial complex reverberates in the tune of elementary. Fourth graders are their easiest targets. One, a math problem. If one woman got 7 Mac 11s to do heaters for the Beamer, how many Congress seats will the NRA lose? How many votes will it take for a sexual predator to lift the White House off her feet? One. I am practicing this aim. My tongue a shoestring strafe. My tongue say melt the wires of Guantanamo. Yassine Bey, coming home in what we thought it would be. Ain't no solace in Mecca. Even Spike Lee left Brooklyn. Here, a landlord would leave my front steps full of rat piss and Airbnb my neighbor's apartment for double my take-home pay. Unhinge the city of Rikers. Bring back the Reapers. Give them the loot and the stoop. Yeah, they're good at killing, but so was Jefferson. I mean, Washington. I mean, CIA. I mean, COINTELPRO. I mean, they mimic your grace. I mean, it's 2017. I think 2018, 2019, America, a new year, and your facelift be botched.
Let's give it up for our sister, Mahogany Brown.
Hey.
All fire, all fire.
Hey.
Listen, Deaf Poetry Jam, if you're just now tuning in, we are fundraising for Newark, New Jersey. We're giving love to our brother Raz Baraka, who's doing great work to help victims of COVID-19. This has affected our community in a big way.
And so this woman, we are super close. She's my very, very close friend, confidant, homie. We get on the phone and we laugh, we joke about everything. We review art. She listens to my shit. I listen to her shit. And what hasn't she done? She's a Grammy Award winner. She's been nominated for who knows how many awards. And the first time I ever saw her do poetry was the first time she saw me do poetry.
Okay.
When we were just two Philly artists trying to live into who we were. Yeah. And you circa 20 something years later, and we became us. Wow. And it's always a pleasure, always a blessing to see her rock
So proud of her. She's brilliant, and she's a
Man,
powerhouse and always has been. I saw her sing for the first time at the Paradiso in Amsterdam. A bunch of us.
wow.
It was me and see Angie Stone was on the gig. I think
Yeah.
Common was on the gig, and so we didn't know Jill Scott, and so she opened her mouth and started singing. Let's take a long walk. Look, we were
Mm-hmm.
all standing there like the New York people, right? Who hadn't quite, because Philly knew
Right.
first, right? And that's how it's
Right.
supposed to be.
Right.
And I was like, who are you? And I was like, have you done New York gigs? And why don't we? And she was like, she had just got signed to, I think, MJ Records, MJJ, whatever. Is that the first label? Whatever the first label was, she was signed to. And
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, so it's about to go down. Like, and so while I was in Amsterdam, I got to meet her in such a way where her voice is just took over the whole room. And it was so explosive and gorgeous. And so was she. And then about a month later, everybody knew who Jill Scott was. It was like,
And
oh.
it's crazy. And it's crazy because, when you hear Words and Sounds, see, if you're from Philly, Words and Sounds was a place. It was an experience. You went and we did poetry and we sang, and you had some of the world's top musicians as the house band, and yeah, man, she's just authentic. She's really authentic.
She's doing this because she didn't have to do this.
And she didn't have to do this. She just came off of that historical billion impression thing that happened with her and Erykah Badu.
Absolutely. The queen.
And, but because she always claims, and this is my homie, like she always claims, I am poet first. If you ask her, she says, I'm poet first.
Come on,
and she is. So without further ado, give it up for my homie. You know her, Jill Scott.
Jill Scott.
Hi, my name is Jill Scott, and I am a poet from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the United States. Mrs. Bird. Everybody had a Mrs. Bird in the neighborhood, and I always liked her, so Mrs. Bird. Nokia walked in high heels long before crawling class was through. Everybody knew she would, but folks didn't take no kinds of precaution, except prayer and a few beatings. And since her mama cries in her sleep now and Nokia daddy gone, she on her own. Nokia got dreams, I hear. Dreams about money and groove. She said she want to be a singer. Can't sing none. Thought everybody could, but not her. She ain't found her mind yet, so her voice is out the question. I'm going to say this, her booty, that's the problem. That ass, all sweet, round, firm. High, too. A sculpture. Crafted way back when her ancestor mother ran just for the running. It's more than she deserves, in my opinion. Too soon for all that, in my opinion. But ain't nobody asked me. Must be the milk. I ain't no baby, so I don't drink that shit. But somebody said I should. On account my hind part don't rise to the occasion no more, but my husband stay rubbing on me, so. I hear Nokia fun. Fun than any tall male with $20. She tall. She like tall. Her daddy wasn't tall. She figured that'd make a difference. It don't. She'll learn. Or she won't last that long. I kind of hope something will take her out of her misery. Because she's sad. She don't know she's sad, but she's sad. I tried to talk to Nokia yesterday, but she said her mama sleep and close the door. I knock. But Nokia don't answer. I'm going to go on and say it. She pretty. She pretty. A real beauty. Not that American way, that Euro way. She pretty like her ancestor mother. She hated though. Wish she had that cream color like my niece got. But my niece ain't pretty one bit, just light. Hair down her back. Color in her eyes. I think my niece told ugly. But I don't say that out loud on account of people's feelings. But Nokia sure loved my niece.
I can't stand that piss color girl my sister done made, but I wish I could get to know Kia, though. Her poor booty leading her life, way deep past the street lamps, and right to where the speakeasies turn deadly. Lord, Lord, Lord. Everybody tell me to mind my business. That's the problem. We all minded our business, and barely that.
Thank you, everybody who's been watching. This is Def Poetry Jam, the fundraiser, the hellraiser. We're here with like some rowdy poets from around the world. You just heard Jill Scott. I mean, I don't know what else y'all want from us, but we're not done.
What else do y'all want from me?
We're not done. So let me just say, so in 1996, I became a part of the New Eureka Poetry Slam team. I'm not a slam poet. It was my first time coming from Detroit. I never did slam. But a man named Keith Roach from New Eureka Poets Cafe encouraged me. He used to call me Dennis Rodman. And he encouraged me to just do your poem like you do all the time, and you're gonna be good. So I ended up on a team with these brothers, one named Bosia, one named Saul Williams, and one named Mums the Schemer. And I was the young girl, rowdy voice on that team. And there's something about truth that I'll never forget, and which made me never do a slam again after that moment. But I love all three of those guys I just named. I respect them.
Shout out to Bo, shout out to Saul.
They all went on to be very, very famous poets, and we love them dearly. And we nabbed one of them for this event, and I'm very happy. I love Craig. I'm so proud of you. The work you're doing as an actor in theater and in film. We see you. We celebrate you. You're brilliant. You're beautiful. You're an incredible writer, true to the craft, absolutely true to the craft of writing. And one of my favorites. Please give it up for Mums the Schemer.
Peace, my mums. Nothing about war is simple. But if we're all human, then all war is civil. No casualty is residual, suffering for the financial whims of criminals while marching for peace. In crossfire, ordered by the suited, selected, elected on lies to be saluted while willing to sacrifice lives. Maybe if we cover our eyes and try hard to block out the fear, we too will grow callous to the tears and the candles and the thoughts and the prayers and the cameras and the taxes for more drones and tanks, the shaky facts and more bailouts for banks. We're so desperate to trust what we hear when it's said that this is what needs to be done to get us on the road to peace. Peace. Nowadays, peace lives in the shade of profit margins, between the pillars of consumer and worker, methodically collecting its own blood spill to ink its name on the side of traffic. Watch it run the country. Delusioning itself to say, oh, I'm peace, look at me, ain't I pretty? Bling reflecting off the CEO in the sky, off the bubbles they're drinking and clicking and sipping, talking about peace, but saying, give me a bigger piece. Peace is like, why can't you see? But can't nobody see because everybody reaching, heavy breathing. The sheeple sticking smile emojis on their bullshit. Got some static with the people, throw some money at it and watch them scatter real quick. Off to dump their portfolios and rearrange their ones and O's, rearrange the truth. Cause it's crowded on that credit climb heap. Cabs passing you by in the heat, wasting time, sipping time. Peace. Peace. Wouldn't you like to sit lotus style, spitting rhymes that'll grow vines, that'll split the bricks that hold it all together? And every time peace hears somebody say, get out of my way, I gotta get mines, it'll throw some seed in the weather. Water, fire, wind. Peace on earth ain't gonna come until you understand what your life's worth. Brace for the pyramid to tip again towards the sun. A cleansing revolution. It's gonna get us all, son. Ain't nowhere to run. Peace. Be sitting lotus style, spinning rhymes. That'll grow vines to split the bricks that hold it all together. Yeah, that's peace.
I hope you all enjoyed the three poets that I chose from that amazing event. Mahogany Brown, of course, Jill Scott, and Craig's Mums Grant. Each of them, their poems touched me, and I wanted to share my favorites. But if you go back and do watch the replay of the entire event, it's about 3 hours long. Comment in the section below and let me know what poems stood out to you, and we can have a discussion. So, thank you all for watching, and tune in for more from Conversations with Chan. Thank you.